Welcome to Rome. My name is James, and this is Piazza Venezia. We're in Rome, May the 10th, 2017. This is Victor Emmanuel II monument. It's one of the largest public monuments in the world. It was built between 1888 and 1911. Most of what you see here. The man on horseback in the middle is the first king of United Italy, Victor Emmanuel II of the Savoy family. Okay? Rome became the capital of this new country that today we call Italy. In 1860, Rome didn't become the capital until 1870. Okay? Until about 20 years ago, this monument was not open to the public. Now you see people walking up and down. We also see these two winged victories on the top. A lot of people think they're angels. They're not actually angels. They're pagan symbols. Actually, most of what you see on this monument is free Masonic symbolism. It's not a Christian monument. It's not a Catholic monument. Okay? In the middle, you see the goddess Roma, okay, who represents the state. And then you have these two fountains on the right and left with these reclining men who represent the Adriatic Sea and the Tyrrhenian Sea, which wash the east and west sides of Italy. Okay? We have the tricolor, the Italian flag, which is an imitation of the French flag, the three colors after 1870. We call it Piazza Venezia because of this building right here, which we'll see in just a moment. This is where Mussolini used to give his speeches in the 1920s and 30s, but many people don't know it has a much longer history. It's more than 550 years old. This building right here. This was built by the Venetian Pope Paul II, okay, who built this for his family when he had to move to Rome after he was elected Pope. It's one of the earliest and biggest palaces in Rome, huge, huge, and it's called, the reason we call this Piazza Venezia is because this Pope actually comes from Venice. Welcome to Rome. This is the Pantheon. We have an inscription here. Marcus Agrippa, son of Lucius Consul, for the third time made this. Okay, this was probably built in the middle of the 2nd century AD, maybe about 125 to 150 AD. There's still a bit of controversy about that. Okay, the inscription is reminding us of the original Pantheon, which we know almost nothing about, which was probably built in the time of Augustus Octavian, but burned to the ground almost immediately after it was built and faced south. Okay. The water that you see coming out of this fountain, the fountain is only about 300 years old. This is the same water that's flowing through the Trevi fountain, and which continues down in a lower elevation down to the Four River fountain in the middle of Piazza Navona. This building, the most well-preserved ancient building in the world, was turned into a church, converted into a church in the 7th century AD, okay, under Emperor Phocas. Today, it's a church that has the burial site of Raphael Sanzio, and also Annibale Carracci on the left-hand side, and also two of the first kings of United Italy, Victor Emmanuel II and Umberto, who was assassinated within a year of President McKinley of the United States. So this is still one of my my favorite buildings. Welcome to Campo dei Fiori. Call it Campo dei Fiori, Field of Flowers. Campo dei Fiori. By day, it's a food market. It's a great place to sample Italian food. They give a lot of free samples out in the day, and then around 4 to 5 p.m. it transforms into a night market, okay, where we have a lot of places you can drink. Have a drink, a glass of wine, aperitif, happy hour. This is a kind of a party center in central Rome. A little bit touristy, but still very nice. A lot of the locals love to come here, even if people have lived here for 10, 20, 30 years. The statue of Giordano Bruno has been here since the 1870s and 80s. Okay, it was set up as a kind of a challenge to the church facing the headquarters of the Papal States. Giordano Bruno was burnt at the stake 417 years ago in the year 1600. He was a Dominican heretic, okay, under Clement VIII, burned at the stake, one of two prominent public executions under the Papal States in that year.